Good morning, everybody. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while. Just been busy, tired, busy, and then tired. Plus, there hasn't been like an extreme amount of stuff going into the hobby. I think everybody's looking for something to happen is what it seems like, to be honest with you. Basketball just got started. Obviously, baseball playoffs going strong. I'm not seeing a ton of impact on the baseball playoffs on cards right now. You usually don't, unless somebody like maybe a Kiki Hernandez is probably going up a little bit, but he's just having himself, a fantastic postseason so far, and who knows, where that leads for any of these players that are doing, really well in the postseason, and do they continue that into a World Series, and then does that help their team? But at the end of the day, most baseball at this point on a downslope, or kind of like should just be going sideways for the most part, with little bumps here and there based on the type of card that may come available and who's looking. At this point, if I'm going to buy baseball, I'm already starting to look for next year, and I'm prospecting a little bit. I'm big on Wander Franco. I really want a Bowman First auto of his, so I'm going to sell some other stuff in order to obtain that. I'm not just going to go out and buy it unless I see a really good price, and then I'll make up that difference. But at the end of the day, we all say, hey, I'm going to buy this card, I'm going to sell these four to make up for it, and we don't do that. We don't. It's just one of those things. The flipping game's gotten a lot harder. Basketball is going to be your number one weapon right now, if that's really what you want to do, is flip, because football season's already moving. Unless somebody has like a 3 or 4 weeks in a row of great games, I don't see anything truly going up or down, or if somebody gets traded to a team, there'll be a bump. But outside of that, we're on a steady either climb, decline, or across the level type event for most players at the moment. Most players, the cards will sell when they do well, but they're not going to all of a sudden jump 10-15% and sell. They'll just sell with what's already out there and available. Buy it now, best offers, things like that. We had the SGC card sell for the most money ever. Does that make a big deal for SGC? Yeah, it does, because right now they have the card that has sold for the most value of all time, and that's a very big deal, especially for that card. So the whole grading thing drives me nuts. As most of y'all have known, if you listen to my prior videos, there's no different in grade for each of the main three. I still like BGS overall because of subgrades. SGC 10 and a PSA 10 personally are the exact same thing. I think an SGC 10 is actually a better card, just because PSA has such a heavier leeway for centering. You have to take into the account that all the new graders that are out there are not going to grade the same as the guy that's been doing it for 15, 10, 20 years, where he's seen so much more and understands quality and condition of a specific card versus another. I think that's where sometimes you get a PSA 5 back and you're like, what happened? And then you send it in again and you get a PSA 9, and it was the grader at that point. That's what we're learning, at least from everything that I'm seeing. People are getting their stuff back here and there. Everybody keeps saying they don't think PSA will ever have an under $50 card grading. I think they will, because if not, Fanatics is going to beat them to it if they're not partnered, because that's what Fanatics is going to do. They're going to undercut everybody and or buy you out and take whatever you had and take control of it and move along with their life, and yours for that matter. What's interesting is most people aren't talking about that the Fanatics has the MLBPA player's license starting in 2023. So that one's right around the corner. Not none of this 2025, 26, hey, we have 3 to 4 years to figure it out. No. You got a year and 2 months to figure it out, because at that point they can probably start dropping some type of sports card product related to players. And they may, because at this point they want to put their foot into the market and start testing the waters with some of their ideas. So I wouldn't be surprised in that first quarter of 2023 we see some type of Fanatics product drop, because they already have a Fanatics sports card product name or logo for sports cards. So it's going to get interesting. Everybody's been kind of quiet right now on company front. We haven't heard anything crazy going on. Anybody buying anybody for the most part. We just have like a steady, quiet run right now. And I see that it's also affecting a lot of people in the hobby that used to flip a lot, because it's not easy anymore. And if you're going to do it, you have to do it with big cards that have big money movements in order to make decent money to support whatever you're doing. So you can't take, a $100 card and move it for 125 and be like, "Yay, I'm doing great," because you only did it with one card. You got to do it with a bunch of cards. I mean, you got to pay for things. So, especially, like I said, people that are doing this now for a living or started to, I think they're starting to realize how difficult it is if you do not have the ability to buy, flip, sell, trade quickly in and out of hype, or get into a card that you think is going to explode in a few months and have the willingness to hold on to it. But so we have the Tampa Card Show this week here in Tampa. Again, it's on a Friday, Saturday. I will not be going on Friday. I don't like that it's on Friday. I think it needs to be Saturday, Sunday still. An all-day Saturday event and a part-day Sunday if they're worried about football. I just feel that that's just more beneficial to our area and location and how Tampa functions as a city or sports card collectible people. Hopefully they go back to that. I'm going to mention it again because I'm sure the guy that puts on the show does not watch my videos. But how is everybody doing out there? What are you buying? Are you buying anything? Are you looking to buy anything? Like I said, my main thing is going to be baseball. A couple of the prospects or guys I want to get into that I think will only go up in price, especially leading up to the season. Obviously, injury can halt that. But that's any sport, so it doesn't really matter. Football, we just got to keep seeing what people are doing. Herbert had a bad week this week. His cards really haven't reflected that, so that's a very good thing that the market is not so knee-jerk reaction that they're like, whoa, I gotta get out of this all of a sudden. I think Justin Herbert's an easy 15-year player in the league, and he's very good now, and he's only going to get better. Same thing with the Joe Burrow, but Joe Burrow's getting hit too, so he's got to watch himself. He may physically not be able to play in the league in the future if he can't get injuries under control or his ability to not get hurt. He's going to have to learn to throw it away or get down and not be a hero every time. But all right, guys, just putting a little content out there saying good morning, hello, happy Wednesday here today, and hopefully everybody's doing good. I've opened some product up at the house I've just been sitting on. I've pulled some cool stuff here and there. Pokemon's the main thing I opened recently. I got the Charizard, and I got the Umbreon, Gold Star Umbreon, which is funny because I opened 2 boxes, got 2 of the hardest cards to even pull, so it's almost like I don't know if I want to open anymore. I know my daughter does, but trying to hold back on that a little bit and flip that money into something that I can use to buy that Wander Franco that I want to buy, because it's going to run me about $1,000 or more at this point, based on if I get a graded one or find a raw one that I'm confident it can still grade decently. And don't be afraid of raw cards, people. I mean, I've never graded a card, never once sent a card into grade. So at that point, everything I have can be gradable. I mean, I don't look at every card that I'm thinking about grading. That's not what I do. I keep the main stuff I want. That I have a box that's, I don't know, about this long. That's just cards that I would like to get graded that I think should grade a 9 or higher. And or a couple that may be 8s, but it's a card that doesn't grade well anyway. So outside of that, the other 10,000 cards I have, I don't know how they would grade. I don't know. I mean, I got a box of cards to the side of just even notable all-pro players that I'm just going to donate to kids because I don't need them. I don't need a Dwayne Haskins card or even a Randy Moss from Mosaic, which I have 10 of, and you know what I mean? I just need one of those, and then I just, I'm going to donate all this to the kids. I hate to donate junk with a bunch of guys that nobody's ever heard of, and then I just don't think that's cool. I want the kids to enjoy what they get like I enjoy things, and it's a different level for them. So that's the idea behind that. So if you have any leftover stuff you just don't want to get rid of, find a charity that gives cards to kids. I think it's Cards for Kids. I know Chris Godwin partners with the foundation, and we know one of the guys, Chris, that runs that. So, but all right, guys, take care. Have a good day, and I may see you on somebody else's stream. I was in Flipping Steve's stream a week ago, so if you want to go just watch that, it's always fun talking to Flipping Steve. He's a great guy. He's getting ready to get back from vacation too. He's been doing some videos on the road. And Sports Cards Anonymous and Dustin and the group that we have, Neo. Yes, Brad. I'll say Brad's name because Brad will like it. And then Andy over there at Sports Card Quest as well. I mean, these are the same guys that we kind of like grew up in, and learned from and developed things with. So let's go support those guys. I'm at Walmart. I'm not expecting a drop right now, but you never know. I'm here to pick up stuff for work. But all right, see ya.